Start the clock.
Howdy kids, Dr. Freedom here with you. I wasn't even going to do video for this whole weekend. See, I'm on vacation. Heck, I don't go back to work till next Monday. Yeah, I'm looking forward to letting the guys, sit down and have a chat with Sophie Oliver later today. I just can't believe this kind of thing's happening. It's been, very, very, weird this year with all the interviews that are coming through, and there's more to come. We're working on getting more guests. Matt's been out there doing some hard work on it. I've been trying to do my bit to help, and just been a very intense year. Gotten to speak to some very interesting people. As you all know, Chase Masterson, she just got that very, very important appointment to the United Nations Association. And that was really awesome to hear. That's why I'm not really going to press for the Q&A, for her, because she's doing very, very important work, and I really don't want to, take away from that. But if it happens, it happens. You never know. Maybe she'll have some time come up in the future, and we'll sit down and have a talk with her. But, hey, she's doing really important stuff. I don't want to get step in on that. Okay, but let's go ahead. Let's get into what I do have. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I hope y'all are ready for a dead zone, because starting for the next 2 weeks, there's not going to be any filming on Doctor Who. They're going to be taking the next 2 weeks off to get the con schedule done, especially San Diego Comic-Con, and so no filming. So there's not going to be news on that front, and oh my goodness, this is the time to sit down and unless some stuff comes out of Comic-Con, which is always a possibility. Anything other than that, it's going to be really quiet. And you're going to see every news service, especially, the big Doctor Who pages starting to come up with every kind of speculation. I'm not doing that this year. If we get news, we get news. If we don't, I'm going to report on something else, like we got Falling Skies going on right now and other things like that. So, okay, but let's get into what news I really did want to share with you today. Now, okay, here we go. The Mirror is really hanging on to this. Okay, Peter Capaldi says the Time Lord will make a cataclysmic error in the new series. Now, they're still holding on to the story that the series opens with an encounter, with Davros, creator of the Daleks, as a child, posing our hero with a terrible dilemma. Now, the problem is this has been covered before. Even the Fourth Doctor, pointed out, if you knew a child that would grow up to become a dictator and kill millions, this was covered all the way back in Genesis of the Daleks. Now, Doctor Who star Peter Capaldi revealed the Time Lord will make a cataclysmic error in the launch episodes of the new series. He just basically stuff we've already heard before, but they really are holding on to this. But like I said, keep this key line right here in mind. The Doctor is about to make a mistake that has cataclysmic repercussions. Now, if the Davros thing is true, and like I said, I've heard different kinds of stories from different people that they've seen some really weird stuff going on. Unfortunately, I have yet to get the proof coughed up, and even when I do, I'm not allowed to go into it too much, because this source is, very, very, I want them to stay protected. So if anything particular comes up, I got to screen it and find out if it's cool to air it. But like I said, I'll believe this when I see it. But here's one little tiny bit of speculation. What if the Doctor, for some reason, doesn't spare Davros? Something happens that Davros does die as a child, not directly by the Doctor's hand, but by not helping him, something even worse happens. And that's something that's also been delved into a little bit in Doctor Who history, is what would happen if the Daleks had never developed, with something worse come along. So, okay. This right here was pretty exciting, and I really want to put this out to you. Downtime is going to be released on DVD. Now, here's the thing. That's the reason why I'm talking about this, because a lot of people, especially your newer fans, don't know about this stuff. All right, but what is Downtime, you may ask? Downtime was an independent video made in 1995 by Real Time Pictures, which reunited the Brigadier with ex-Doctor Who companions Sarah Jane Smith and Victoria Waterfield, and Professor Edward Travers. Now, not only this, but it featured the third attempted takeover by the Great Intelligence and his Yeti horde. And if this wasn't enough, the film introduced us all to the Brigadier's daughter from his first marriage, Kate Lethbridge Stewart, and her son, Gordy. So Kate was not a whole new thing. This wasn't something that Stephen Moffat yanked out of his butt, like the Puma Doctor, That's a whole other thing. So they had already, you already saw Kate, or an actress, it's a different actress. No, it's not Gemma Redgrave, playing, in this particular thing. Now, another one you want to keep out for, and I'm really hoping they make it, was called Shakedown, Return of the Sontarans. And that was a really decent one, and that had Sophie Aldred and Carol Ann Ford, and several very important, like actresses who were from. There was an actress from like Blake Seven, and all that. I got to go look up the cast list on it again. And it featured Sontarans. The Rootans were completely redone, and the Sontarans had like Klingon ridges and everything. And of course, Sophie Aldred and Carol Ann Ford are playing completely different characters. It was a very good movie for its time. So that's why I say, if you're out looking around, look for Downtime and also look for Shakedown. I'm hoping they make a DVD release out of Shakedown. It would be interesting. Okay, the Temporal Logbook, a collection of short stories being released for charity by Pencil Tip Publishing. All proceeds from this publication will be donated in support of the Positive Living Society of British Columbia. Sorry, I've been really hoarse the last couple of days. Which has been dedicated to empowering persons living with HIV/AIDS through mutual support and collective action. The Temporal Logbook will retail at $16.95 and postage, and will be available from purchase from the 15th of July at lulu.com. So right here, here's the link. I've heard of Hulu, but I never heard of Lulu. Okay, now Doctor Who Legacy version 3, Rebel Games have announced details of the upcoming launch of version 3 of the Doctor Who Legacy game, which will be out in mid-August. So I'm not really much into these games, but they give you a little idea right here of what's going to come with it, what new content. I figure if you're interested in those type of games, boom, here it is. Now, I think there's one that's playable on your phone and as well as Facebook. So something to look out for. Drink of water. So that's all I got. Like I said, news is going to get thin for the next couple of weeks. Except for the stuff that'll be coming out of Comic-Con, and we're going to be waiting until Comic-Con weekend for that to happen. Also, allegedly, there's going to be a trailer. Allegedly, it's going to be released worldwide when they release it at Comic-Con. Here's the thing. Anyone else remember Trailergate from back in 2013? Yeah. Or we decided to take a piece of footage that was paid for by the British public and air it over here in the United States, and the Brits didn't get it for months afterwards? Yeah. Well, I don't think they're going to do that again. I especially loved all Moffat's big all-powering statement that year. If any of this trailer gets leaked, I'm never coming back to Comic-Con again. Yeah, and guess what happened in 2014? Bet you're all glad you didn't record that trailer now, did you? But well, we'll find out either way in the coming weeks. So till next time, folks. Like I said, the thing with Sophie Aldred's tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to letting the guys have a chance to ask her some questions. We don't have a lot of time because she's very, 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 very busy, and she's doing this out of kindness. And I cannot thank her, and her manager Claire Eden enough. Well, guys, until next time, that's it. I'm gone. I'm out of here. I'm getting out of here before I say more stuff. Bye bye. Ha ha.